在澳洲留学，有开心的、悲伤的，站在人生的转折点，成长蜕变的过程。留学，选择一个好的专业，出国规划出一个优秀的学习方案，与澳洲名牌大专院校学校高层以及澳洲当地企业雇主直接面对面，将您心中对于留学生活的疑点一一解答。欢迎您收听今日留学现场。各位听众朋友大家好，我是 Yvonne， 欢迎您收听今日留学现场。今天我们要来谈谈职业年 Professional Year 这个课程。一听到这个课程的名字 Professional 就感觉到应该是一个很专业的课程，但是会不会是因为本身不够 Professional 所以才要去读一个 Professional 来证明自己是一个 Professional 呢？其实现在许多学生会开始接受报读职业年 Professional Year 的课程，真正的原因应该是因为当前的移民政策打分的标准 Professional Year 可以加5分。我们一起来确定一下时间，今天是2013年4月15日。当前的移民政策按照移民局官网公告的要求标准 Professional Year in Australia for at least 12 months in the 4 years before the day you were invited 这个环节上，读这个 Professional Year 就是可以拿到5分。那么影响的有谁呢？最大的族群有此需求的就是年龄层在18岁到24岁的学生，因为他们在年龄这个项目就是比以前的移民标准少了5分。另外像是有些念会计专业的，毕业的时候要申请485签证，但是雅思又来不及考到听说读写4个7，只能先考到听说读写4个6，那么他就可以去念 Professional Year 这个课程，拿一个毕业证，然后去 CPA 换一个 Full Skill Assessment， 并且可以选择考 G 类的雅思就好。什么是 G 类的雅思？就是 General 的 IELTS Test， 考了4个7，而不需要再去考 A 类的，就是 Academic Level 的 IELTS。因为很多学生呢觉得考 A 类的雅思呢是比较难的。好，那如果你现在就是跟这个族群相关的，你正在学习，学的呢就是会计或是 IT 或是 Engineering， 那么你等一下一定要继续听下去，因为接下来我们要访问的就是 Navitas 昆士兰地区，澳洲昆士兰地区的最高主管。如果您一时之间跟不上我们讲的速度，您说哎呦Yvonne你说的太快了，我转不过来，那么网络电台的好处就是你可以重复的仔细听，你听懂的时候你会发现职业年 Professional Year 的 Program 可以带给你非常多的帮助。好，那么我们现在就来介绍我身边这位 Navitas 学校昆士兰地区最高的领导 Mr. Rob Curtis， 由他先来告诉我们学职业年 Professional Year 究竟对国际学生有什么优势。 Hi Rob.
Hi, how you doing everyone?
Could you please tell us what is the benefit for an international student to study the Professional Year program?
Sure, no problem. The Professional Year program is actually exclusive for international students, so it's actually their program. I think that we have the obvious benefits of the points award by the Department of Immigration on successful completion. And obviously within the program we have the professional study period within classroom, followed by a full-time professional internship at the end. I think international students and indeed all students, the challenge that they're currently facing is that there's a gap between university and the workplace and developing a career, and that gap sort of gets bigger and bigger. The professional year looks at trying to bridge some of those key points within the challenge that students face. I think that if I was to look at the professional year program and describe it from an overview, I would say it's simply a bridge course between university and the workplace leading to a career. I think that currently most students struggle around 4 key areas in finding a job or finding a career, and that is initially how to identify what the right role is for you. Secondly, it's how to apply. Thirdly, it's actually getting that role. And I think finally, and probably not necessarily people have taken too much attention to this, is actually keeping that job. And I think within the Professional Year Programme, we look at all 4 areas of that and seek to try and mitigate any problems that people have had for that. So I think the Professional Year Programme is a bridge course that bridges the gap between university and the workplace, and it looks to mitigate how to find a job, how to identify the right role for you, how to get the job, and how to keep it.
OK， 所以呢 Rob 点出了一个很重要的问题，就是很多的学生他大学毕业之后，他在进入职场的时候，他需要一个桥段的课程来作为一个所谓证明他有工作经验的这个问题。因为很多的学生呢，他一毕业变成大学新鲜人，他在职场上呢遇到很多跌倒的状况，所以这个 Professional Year 呢就是为大学新鲜人而设计的，再透过这个课程，他们可以把工作经验这个项目来补足，来达到进入职场上面呢能够比其他的没有念 Professional Year 的同学呢更容易找到比较优秀的工作，在当地寻求更好的发展。 OK， 那我们现在再来问一下Rob， 究竟念这个 Navitas 的 Professional Year 有什么优势？ OK Rob, can you please tell me what is the advantage of Navitas Professional Year program?
I think that within Navitas we're a well-known brand. In fact, we're Australia's largest private education company, and the only one listed on the ASX, and with that comes certain responsibilities. The responsibility to do the right thing and lead the market, I think, is what we seek to do. The strength of our brand has allowed us to create some pretty strategic partnerships with host companies, and we work predominantly with most of the larger host companies out there across all states in Australia, and that allows us that when it comes to the internship element, which is for a lot of students is the key part of what they're seeking to gain. We're partnering with large companies that are gaining allowing the students to gain a great deal of knowledge and their comfort to work with a company that they've heard of, they know about, they feel proud to put on their resume that they've done an internship there. Also, within Navitas, we do the professional year across all 3 subjects, IT, accounting and engineering, in all 5 states in Australia. What we do is we allow people to actually transfer between the states. So if you start the professional year, for example, in Brisbane, let's say, for example, you're an engineer, and halfway through the course you get offered a fantastic engineering role over in Perth. Which is not completely out of the question, because obviously what with going on in the mining industry over there, we will allow you to swap classes, move from Brisbane to Perth and vice versa, without any fees or anything like that. We will find an appropriate.
So they even have interstate experience.
Completely. We're looking to
perfect.
Yeah, it's something that we're very proud of, and we often have people move. I mean, I predominantly work down in the Sydney market, and we've often had people move from Sydney to Melbourne and vice versa. I've had students come from Brisbane, I've had students who've gone to Brisbane where they've been offered a job, and the whole point is that the professional year course is about teaching a student how to get a job. Now if the student then gets a job and it's not exactly where they've always lived, we're sort of penalising them by saying you can't move. I mean, we're being successful by teaching someone how to get a job and then saying you can't actually go and do that job. So we have to allow that interstate transfer.
OK， 那也就是说呢，如果这个学生有一天你看到他拿着一张 Professional Year 的证书，表示他具有在澳洲工作的经验，这是一个很重要的证明。而这个 Navitas 的 Professional Year 呢，最特别的就是除了呢他们所合作的几乎都是在澳洲当地的大公司、大企业，除此之外他们还可以提供这个州跨州的工作。比方说您在虽然是在布里斯本，可是您是有可能到这个 Perth 或者是 Melbourne 或悉尼呢其他的这些州呢来做这个实习的工作，取得那个跨州的工作经验，这个对一般的学生来讲也是一个很大的帮助。OK， 那我们下一个问题就是我们想知道说Navitas 他们的课表呢是不是非常的弹性？因为我听了我许多的这个跟我们比较相熟的学生呢是推荐 Navitas， 觉得他的课表很吸引人。那这方面我们也请 Rob 来跟我们分析一下他课表上面到底有多特别。Okay, Rob, can you also tell us, are there any benefit to your class timetable? Is that flexible?
We do look at this in terms of flexibility from course to course. Unless there's a transfer, it probably doesn't look too flexible. We've looked at running courses midweek and weekend. The way their courses are structured, that if you enrol in the midweek course, it's either going to be a Monday and a Wednesday from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m, or a Tuesday and a Thursday from 5 p.m. till 9 p.m. But we've also were approached by many students who said, look, I work during the week, I can't do this. So we actually developed weekend classes, and now we run class on all day Saturday as well. So to allow students that are actually working during the week, but obviously some students work Saturdays as well. So the midweek would probably suit them. I mean, really what we do is we look at each individual student, discuss with them what their requirements are, and actually talk to them about their current situation, their current work situation, their current study situation, and advise them accordingly as to what class would best suit them. We do have generally classes running well scheduled and structured up to 6 to 8 months in advance, so we could actually just sit down with someone and say, look, maybe we don't have a Saturday class for you this month, but next month we've got a midweek class or a Saturday class that might be more suitable for you. So although there's no necessarily flexibility in terms of whether you can switch from a Saturday to a midweek, unless there's exceptional circumstances, we will look at each individual student and advise them accordingly when we have the class that suits their current timing.
Okay. And I think Navitas class location is also very convenient, right? 我们想跟大家介绍一下这个，特别关注一下 Navitas 的这个课程啊，它学习的地点呢也很方便。Okay, Rob, can you tell me where I can study Navitas Professional Year Program?
Absolutely. Our classrooms are located in Ann Street, right in the centre of the Brisbane CBD. It's about 5 minutes walk from the Central Station. We have numerous classrooms there, from small classrooms that would hold 15 students comfortably up to some of the larger ones that would hold 40. From our perspective, the maximum students in a classroom we would take is 25, because I think we need that. Any more than that, and the students aren't necessarily getting the appropriate attention they require from the teacher. But equally, if you're in a classroom of 15, you don't want to be in a massive classroom sort of rattling around. So we have pretty much all the shapes and all the sizes of the classrooms right in the centre of the CBD, 5 minutes walk from Central Station.
Oh, okay. Okay, last question. Rob, when is the next intake if the student want to apply your professional year?
You have an intake starting in 2 days' time. It's on Saturday, and that's a weekend class, so it's for the next 32 weeks starting on Saturday. If a student actually is interested in that, we can probably look at discussing a late entry into that up to say 2 weeks after the class starts, and then perhaps schedule make-up classes if they've missed things, because there's still a significant benefit to attending every single class. But if a student does come in late, we can start them late. Beyond that, if you contact Navitas, we'll make sure that you have every classroom really, I think, scheduled for the next 8 to 9 months available for you to immediately be able to answer that question. But the next classroom starts in 2 days' time on Saturday.
Oh, okay. 好，那我们再次的感谢这个 Mr. Rob Curtis 呢，同时在这边呢因为我们澳洲留学网络电台的这个新成立，在这边 Navitas 特别提供2个特别的名额给澳洲留学网络电台的听众粉丝，只要您在4月30日以前呢，您写信留言到澳洲留学网络电台报名 Professional Year， 您就可以不但节省申请费澳币250元，并且在学费上还可以再抵免250元，这只有我们的电台呢能够提供给你这个特别的价格，并且呢除此之外，如果您到了我们网络电台留言，还可以得到我们留学赞助商 AMEC 澳洲多元文化教育中心处所提供的旅游机票现金礼券，可以折抵在任何航空公司国际机票的申请上。如果您觉得今天的节目有帮助到您，欢迎您继续关注我们的网站。We thank you so much, Rob, from Navitas, to share with us valuable information about Professional Year program with us today. Okay, thank you.
It's a pleasure, and we look forward to helping your student.
最后再次感谢 Mr. Rob Curtis。同时在这边 Navitas 特别提供2个名额给澳洲留学网络电台的听众粉丝，只要您在4月30日以前写信留言到澳洲留学网络电台 studyaustradio.com 报名 Professional Year， 您将可以节省申请费澳币250元，除此之外在学费上您还可以再减免250元，并且您还可以得到我们留学赞助商 AMEC 澳洲多元文化教育中心处所提供的旅游机票现金礼券。这个现金礼券您可以折抵在任何航空公司国际机票的申请上。如果您觉得今天的节目有帮助到您，或者是您觉得还有更多的问题想问，但是Yvonne刚刚没有帮你问到，您可以透过澳洲留学网络电台的官网 studyaustradio.com 把您想问的问题写下来。欢迎您继续关注我们的网站，让更多需要加分的学生听到这个消息哦。以上节目是由澳准移民注册移民代理提供所有专业移民申请与签证信息，并由澳洲多元文化教育中心处 AMEC 公益赞助。如果您需要了解更多的留学信息和移民申请事宜，您可以来信到澳洲多元文化教育中心处 AMEC 官网 www.amecnews.com 与我们进一步联络。